Okay, so we are going to do a bit of a demo on Ultimaker 3. So the first thing is that we are going to load this PVA, is polyvinyl alcohol material, which is the filament for the 3D printer, into the Ultimaker 3, and then we're going to print something off this. So the first thing is to open this guy up. In fact, the first thing I'll just turn the 3D printer around. You need to turn the machine on. So there's a button here, turn it on. And I'll just open this guy up. So for PVA, you need to store it in a dry box. If not, within 3-4 days, you can't use the whole thing immediately. Okay, so we usually put it in a dry box. This guy out. I'll just cut it. Okay, so lights up. So the thing is that whenever you insert a filament, you need to take out all the filaments because the computer or the printer will detect things on it. So I'm not sure how they detect, but the printer was actually able to detect what material this guy is and whether if it's on the machine or not. Okay, so just leave it there for a while. If you look at the screen itself, when you first start the machine, it will look like that. The first thing you need to take note is first we need to load the material, okay? And loading material, we go to material, print core, and there's two extruder here. So the first extruder is on the right side. If you can come to the top, I'll open up the catch. These are removable. So these are print heads, so the printer actually prints things off the head here. There's there's some black color filament. So it needs to be melted in order to be taken out. If not, you need a plier to kind of just pull it off. So this is how you put it in. Just press and follow the profile and just there will be a tick sound. Okay, so the filament goes in, hits. This is what the nozzle head will be heated up, and then the printout will be coming off. Okay, so we need to basically fit it in. So that's 2 and 1 here. On the 1 is on the left, 2 is on the right. Okay, so 1 is the PLA and 2 is the PVA. So at the screen we go to materials 2 because it's print core 2. Okay, so material 2, and then we go load, and then it will heat up the nozzle head. Okay, so now it's asking place the new spool on the spool holder. Okay, so we need to go to the back, put it in. Okay, this is what you have to do every time you use the printer. You need to unload. And then the next day when you come, you need to load it again because this filament needs to be in the dry box. Okay, so underneath there's a hole, just stick it in. Okay, and then the front. So once you put it in, just select the material. Sometimes it's not able to detect. So you go select materials. This is PVA, not PLA. Okay, PVA, enter. PVA material is selected, insert the feeder 2 and confirm. So we already fit it in. Okay, confirm. Okay, now it's heating up. It will take a while, but then when the motor starts running, you can hear the sound, and that is when you put your hand behind and try and push the filament in. Okay, and then it will automatically go into the feeder. Shoot. Okay, so you see I'm pushing it in. Okay, until there's a kind of a sound, that means it hits the bottom already. So as you can see, the filament is being melted, and usually you try not to touch the nozzle head. I will use a tissue to just wipe it. So currently at this stage, it will continue to heat up until you press the button to stop. So while it's heated up, this is when you can clean the nozzle head. Okay? So try not to do this, but then if you can do it quickly, it's fine. The nozzle head is 200 degrees. So by right, when you touch it, your hands will burn straight away. Okay, so just let it flow for a while until it kind of clears. So you see some bubbles going on. Sometimes it will become curly. Curly means that it's kind of like sometimes it's being stuck or there's clogging involved. So you need to let it flow for a while and see that if it's smooth, then it should be fine, which is in this case, I think it's fine. So over here, just click confirm, okay? Okay, so now so I will usually try to clear the nozzle head as much as possible, because the next step I'm going to do is to platform calibrate to make the platform align with the nozzle head. So it needs to have nothing on the nozzle head, so I'm clearing it right now so that nothing gets stuck there. So I will use a tissue to kind of like just wipe it off. Okay, so I'll go back to the home screen, just keep clicking return. Okay, so I want to platform calibrate, meaning that the nozzle head needs to be in alignment with the platform here. Go to system and then go to build plate and then active levering. This is automatic. Manual levering, you need a cut to kind of like use it to level between the nozzle head and the platform. But for active levering, Ultimaker 3, she does it for you automatically. So just click on active levering and then just let it calibrate by itself. Okay, so at the computer, the first thing we need to do is to turn on Ultimaker Cura or Cura. Okay, the next thing is to open up your file. So you could open up, let's say, an STL file. Okay. And you turn up this way, and you can select the object and you can scale it by clicking the button here and then just scale the z-axis. You can rotate it by turning the axis in a certain way, let's say 90 degrees flat. And then when you release your mouse, the object will snap to the ground or the platform. You can mirror it, same thing. Okay, just click on the axis pointers and it will just change. Or you can move it. Okay, the first button here, you just move it. But generally, you don't really need to move it unless you want to print several of these, and you can just duplicate them around the platform. Right, so to get rid of this and insert a new object that we're working on, you open file. There's a file that we have created earlier. Just click on this. This is the Ultimaker file. And just open it. Open as a project. Just open. Okay, this is the object that we wanted to print as a sample. So over here you can see that this model is actually not done properly because there are errors on it that's indicated in red. Okay, so that might be because it's not totally waterproof. And as you know, all 3D models need to be waterproof, means that everything needs to be solid and there shouldn't be any gaps in between any interjoining points. right? But we're just going to go ahead and try it out. Over here, you're looking at, if you click on this section here, it's really pointing at whichever 3D printer that you're using. So you could have connected via Wi-Fi. So in this case, we're not connected, so just leave it as it is. Extruder 1. So the printer comes with 2 extruders, and extruder 1 is PLA, right? Or you can assign to any other materials. And extruder 2, over here, this button, is PVA, which is the glue filament that will be dissolved in water. So it's being used as support for the PLA for extruder 1. So there's a critical thing that you need to remember is that the print core for PLA is AA, right? 0.4 is the nozzle head size. Extruder 2 is BB, 0.4 as well. So just make sure that if you print PVA, it has to be BB, okay? So for this particular video, we'll just go for recommended settings for this particular model. So it's currently at layer height 0.15 mil. So as you go to the left, the print speed will be slower. Go to the right, the print speed will be faster. So under recommendation, it will not be going beyond 0.2. Okay, infill is what's in the printed product. So infill meaning how solid the printout will be. So currently it's set at 20%. And since we want to generate support for the cantilevered parts over here, we need to click on the generate support. Okay, and the support needs to be printed using extruder 2. So we need to select extruder 2 because it's using PVA, right? Build plate adhesion, basically just we just click it. All right, so you're done basically. So what's recommended is here, and if you want to go custom, this is a repetition of what the recommended version is. And if you want, you can just go in and tweak the numbers. If not, there are presets that you have here. Fine, that means it will be printed in a higher resolution. Extra fine is even finer. Or you want to just a quick one to do a draft 3D printing, you will use this preset. But having said that, this means that the lower the faster it is, the lower the resolution will be. So I will set as normal. Okay, just click keep. So we go back to the recommended, and let's prepare the model. This process is really to cut up the model. So if you click prepare, the software would generate slicings. Basically, the software slices up the whole model so that it can be printed in layers. And as you can see, the result shows that it will print for 16 hours and 1 minute. So that's pretty long. We want to reduce it. Basically, we move to the right side and we prepare. It should be less than 16 hours. So 12 hours is still not good enough. Our target is about 7 hours for today. Okay, so there seems to be an issue of printing it within 7 hours. So we're going to go ahead and reduce the scale of the model so that we can reduce the number of hours printing. So that's pretty small, but let's see when we prepare the model how long it's going to take. 7 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, that seems to be our target, and we'll go ahead and print this. So the way to do this is to save this into a drive by clicking this blue button here and just click save to file. So we want to save it into desktop, And then after that, we will click the button. Yep, and we'll call it 222. Right, it will save as a G code. Okay. So next, you open the folder and go to desktop. 222 is here. Copy and then paste it into the USB thumb drive. Okay, so we'll insert that into the 3D printer. Okay, so now we're going to print. Just insert the USB and press print. Insert USB. So it will detect your file name. Okay, there's this tape thing going on. So you can see the whole full file name. Okay, and then just press. That's it. Hi everyone, so today we are doing the maintenance part of Ultimaker. So the main objective is to unclog the machine after every use. So the first thing you do is to go to System and just click, and then go to Maintenance. Right, and then go all the way to Print Core Cleaning. Okay, it will say carefully read the Ultimaker information before continuing. So confirm. So as you know that this machine comes with 2 print cores. So we will select print core 2 because that's where the PVA material is, and just click. And there are 2 types of filament. One is this. So this is pretty much the material that we use to print. And there's another cleaning filament which is transparent, and that you can purchase somewhere else. But usually we will just use the PVA. Okay, so just select PVA from the menu, and it will go through the heating process. Then afterwards we will actually follow on with the instruction and push the filament out into the nozzle head. Okay, now that the nozzle head has been heated up, let's have a look at what's going on at the menu. So it says here, remove the Bowden tube from the print head. This is the Bowden tube. Okay, so it's made out of 3 parts. One is the place where it holds the tube, and this is the second one is the tube, and third is this catch that you need to take out. So the first thing to do is to use your nail and slowly pick it up. Sometimes it will drop, so you gotta find it. Here we go. Just put it here. And then the next thing you do is you use one finger to press the catch, and then another finger to pull out the tube. Okay, without pressing you can't pull out. Okay, just leave it there. Next, if you go to the menu itself, it's done, so just confirm. It says hot pull, follow the instructions on the website, confirm when done. So on the website it says to really take the PVA or the cleaning filament that you have and just push it in, because the nozzle head is heated up already. So by right, when you push it down, underneath it will start to push out the filament that's been stuck there since last night. Okay, so you got to push it hard. So if you focus at the tip of the nozzle head, so you push it until all the transparent filament is out. So sometimes if you push it too hard, it will ooze out too fast, and as a consequence, it will just clutter around the nozzle head. So try to be consistent with the flow. So until you see the gray color material starts to ooze out consistently, okay, and you are pretty much done. So while keeping your hand there, go to the menu and click confirm. Okay, so it's asking you to use a plier. So by using a plier, you just keep your hand there and let the material ooze out. And at the menu, just click confirm. So it will bring you to a menu that says maintaining pressure on the filament while it's cooling down. So what it's trying to do is that it's trying to cool down and let the filament harden. Because the next step, what we're going to do is to actually use a bit of a force to pull out the filament. And this way, it will clear up the nozzle head in a very clean manner. Okay. So it's almost there. If you look at the menu itself, it's finishing. And now it's asking me to release the pressure. So I can just release the pressure from the plier and just let it stay there for a while until it fully cools down. After this, the machine tries to stabilize the temperature, and thereafter it will probe me to actually pull out the filament. Okay, so it says using pliers quickly and firmly pull the filament out. So let's do that. So the plier goes to the filament, and then another hand actually holds the nozzle head and just pull out. Okay, this hasn't been done properly, as you can see. It's broken. So I think we need to do that again. Okay, so as you can see that the filament wasn't cleanly pulled out. So once I click confirm from the other menu, this is where it's asking, is the pull-out filament clean? And it wasn't clean, so I click no. So go back to hot pull or cold pull. So I will say go back to hot pull, because somehow I think there's another part that's stuck there. So let's do the hot pull again. So this is where it will heat up. Okay, so now it says that the hot pull method can be proceeded because the nozzle head is hot. So I'm going to just push it in again so that the broken part can be pushed out. But this one is a bit different from the previous method because it's no longer the transparent material that is coming out. So I got to just wait for a while and let it stay there. I have a feeling that the reason why this is happening is because the pressure put on the filament wasn't that strong just now. So I'll just leave it there for a while. Okay, and then at the menu, I will just click confirm and then proceed with the cooling down right away. Okay, I'm gonna just take the plier and apply some more force on it. So I guess we got to remember that pressure is important at this stage, so that the whole filament is being placed in the nozzle head properly. Okay, so now that the nozzle head has been cooled down, we're going to proceed with taking the plier and pull out the filament, and just hope that this time around it should be okay. Okay, so using the plier, with the hand pressing the head, just quickly and in a way forcefully pull it out. Alright, so the pull-out version has a very sharp tip. Okay, and that should be the way it's done. This means that it's clean. Okay, so let's look at the menu. Confirm, and is the pull-out filament clean? Yes. And then now it's asking me to reinsert the golden tube. Take the tube, stick it in, and the locking clip, push it in. Okay, so at the menu, just click confirm. There you go, you're done with inserting, doing the unclogging of the nozzle head. And you're ready to print. So Okay, so thank you for watching the video. We hope that you have learned something about Ultimaker 3 and learned some of the tips and tricks about how to operate with it. So hope to see you next time.